So many times in marketing, little things make a difference. And for a long time, we've used GTM codes or UTM codes, I'm sorry, to track advertising. And all that is that you go into the URL builder at Google and you add the website or the page that you want to track. You give it a name and its location, and then you're able to track it in Google Analytics. This is something that I do all the time for email campaigns to be able to track them, because sometimes our CRM providers or, let's say, email marketing tools that you utilize do not always track them properly depending upon the device. So a lot of times what we will do is we will go into a URL builder tool, build the UTM code, and when somebody clicks on something in an email, that code allows us to track it in analytics and see how many people looked at it and then what they did based on the conversions that we set up. So that being said, I'm going to show you real quickly how to go into Google. So type in URL builder. So it'll actually say ga-dev-tools.appspot.com. So not too difficult, but you go in here and you come to this particular page. As you can see, I've been in here already because it kind of saved my previous work, which is right here. What we're going to do for this is we are going to track our traffic and visitors that go into our Google My Business page and actually come into analytics from that page to our websites, and kind of get an idea of what their activity is and see what type of quality of traffic that we have there. So first you would go in here and you would type in your URL. If I can spell Bill Jacobs, w.com. And when you hit enter, what happens is it down here, it'll actually generate the code. Now, I already put in here the campaign source is Google My Business. You can put GMB there too. The type of campaign or medium, so when you're sourcing it in analytics by source and medium, you can see that it's GMB. For my email campaigns, I just type in email there and I put the name of the campaign. So the name of the campaign here is GMB. The campaign medium is GMB. Source is Google My Business. I just always leave campaign term as location and content as location, so I don't ever change that. I always leave those the same. I know there's some deeper understanding this, and maybe somebody like Brian Pasch or some other SEO people at Google can explain this a little bit deeper, but all I'm going to do is show you how to set this up today so that you can track in analytics. So now that you have this code, right, you are going to copy this code, and all you're going to do is go to your Google My Business page. So when you go to your Google My Business page here, and I'm of course getting emails all day long. So you get to your Google My Business page, you log in there, you click on info, and when you set up your Google My Business page, you want to set up what you do. You want to set up the areas that you service. But one of the most important things that Brian Pasch reminded me to do was to go in here and set up, when it asks you for your website address, instead of just your website address, you're going to copy that URL that we got in the campaign builder, which is our website address, but then it's got a code after it to track it. So you're going to copy that, and as you can see, I've already done this and pasted it in here. So I did this on the 10th of the month when Brian reminded me to do my job and do it. So I put that in there on the 10th, so it's about 2 weeks ago, right? So if you were to go into analytics, you click on acquisition and analytics, you go into all traffic, you click on source medium, and I did it from the 10th to today so that I could track it and get an idea if it's working. So all this is doing, it's not telling you the amount of people that go to your Google My Business page, because look at this. If you actually go to my Google My Business page, you'll see there's 35,000 views, 24,000 searches, and 29,000 pieces of activity, which means somebody clicked on something. They may have done a map, they may have done a click to call, they may be looking at your reviews, they may be looking at your pictures and video, they may be looking at my service offers. So there's a lot of things they can be doing. So I don't want to sidetrack you, but okay, so we went in here, quick review. We built our UTM code, we clicked on info. I went down here and I added this, and I added this on the 10th of this month. So as you go in here and you click acquisition, all traffic, source and median, my dates are in there. You can see the graph of when this started and how much daily traffic I get. But let's look at it. So Google My Business is in the top 10 of my website traffic. As far as quality of leads and traffic, when you look at this, 625 users, new users 45, so there was some repeat users. As far as sessions, people came back multiple times. Bounce rate, which don't always get caught up in bounce rate because it's about the quality of the lead and the activity. Sometimes you have a high bounce rate, but you have really good activity on something. But overall, most organic traffic is usually about the lowest thing. But if you look at my Google My Business page, my bounce rate is 9.96, so it's less than 10%. If you look at pages that people visit, it's 4.6, which again outshines most of the things in the top 6 spots. Average session, which is time on site, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 2 minutes, all good traffic. But the Google My Business people, they're 6 minutes on the page. So not only do they bounce lower, but they view more pages on my website and they spend more time on my website. So that being said, it's not too difficult to go into this UR builder, enter in your website, set up your campaign, the source of your campaign, what it is, give it a medium. This is GMB, name the campaign GMB, and then, like I said, you're going to see it over here in analytics. Google My Business, GMB. Tells you the visitors, tells you the new users, tells you sessions, tells you bounce rate, gives you some great data and insight as to how effective this page is. Now again, this is comparing GMB over the past 2 weeks to these things that have had all month to kind of, calculate in here. But just keep in mind, next month or the month after, you'll get a full 30 days outlook of how active people are in there. Now, I keep telling everybody how important Google My Business is, and it is very important to be able to post your right information in there. But, when you go in here, this gives you some great insights as far as how people are searching for you and what type of traffic. But again, I gave you how to do the GMB analytics trick, and it wasn't really anything rocket science, but thanks to Brian Pasch, for the PCG Digital group, for reminding me of how to do that again. Hopefully this helps you all. Take care and have a great day.